What's up, guys? We are just cruising here on autopilot going back to New York from Massachusetts, and I want to give you a couple of my first thoughts on the Tesla Model 3. So with that being said, if this is your first time here, what's good? My name is Sam, and for those of you who are returning, it's good to freaking see you. Now, let's get into first thoughts on the car and everything. When I first picked up the car, there was a 2-day delay. Well, first I was supposed to pick it up on the 19th, then they delayed it to the 20th, and then they delayed it to the 21st, or the 18th to the 19th to the 20th, or something like that, where it just got delayed for delivery. When I went to pick it up, it took probably about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, just because there was a ridiculously long line. If you invest or pay attention to Tesla, there's a pretty high probability in my estimates that Tesla's going to blow this quarter away from a delivery standpoint with the Shanghai factory up and running. But anyways, let's get back into this car. So one of the first things I noticed, it was dark-ish out when I picked up the car, and I believe these are probably on most cars, but you can see that there's I'm driving here, so you can see that on the edge of the mirror there's a little bit of an outline right in there, and that is also on the mirrors out here, just around the edge of it, and on the other side. So what that does is it stops the glare from my eyes. That was one of the first things I noticed. Instead of having that like light just being direct into your eyes from the mirrors, that takes out some of it or does something. It's anti-glare or whatever the case is. That was one of the first things I noticed when I started driving back, because I had to do like a double or triple check just to make sure that there was a car in there. Also, the first time I went through to do the charging, I just used 110 volt, which only charges at somewhere between 3 to like 5 miles per hour just from the home outlet. You can check out the TikTok. I've done a ton of little TikTok videos on how it all works, but basically I just had an extension cord running out my window. Okay, so the car actually just slowed down. You can see we're at 67. This truck just got over in front of us. What makes it, how you can tell if it's an autopilot, these are going to be blue. If this is just blue, then that's cruise control. So this is going to be blue, this is going to be blue, and this is going to be blue for autopilot. And if we look over here, we're actually on navigate on autopilot. So I've only had to take it out of navigate on autopilot once so far. I believe once, maybe twice, since I've been driving from Massachusetts to New York. One of the things that you do have to do far more often than I thought was place your hands on the steering wheel. It's nothing extreme, but I'll show you. And when this comes up and there'll be a blue edge to this, let me make that a little bit brighter. When there's a blue beacon at the top there, and something black will come up here and it'll say touch the steering wheel gently or something like that, and you can actually do that with your hand, or you can do it in some other capacity. So when this comes up here, I'll actually show you what I'm doing to get that, some of the different options are that are available to press. So it's actually see there, now it's blue flashing and it says lightly touch the steering wheel. So what I'm going to do is just go like this, and that's all I did, was touch it with my knee basically and just push on it just a little bit, and that shuts it off. But these are the first thoughts on it. I will be doing a lot more videos as I drive up to New York. If anybody's in New York, say what's up, and I appreciate you guys. Peace.